Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We are back. This is episode 20 of the Real Madrid career mode. Again, one of the biggest, if not the biggest episode of the series so far. I feel like we're saying something similar, if not exactly the same, every time we come back with another episode. I feel like we're saying it's the biggest. This one speaks for itself. The final games of the La Liga season to decide who wins the trophy. We are 1 point behind Barcelona at the beginning of this episode. Atletico Madrid are in the race. If they want to win the title, they have to beat us today. A draw does nothing for them. A draw is much better for us. Even though a draw, we don't want to draw. Like I said, we're 1 point behind Barcelona. We're chasing Barcelona. But a draw for Atletico does nothing. I believe Atletico, I think, are about 6 points off of us. Maybe a little bit less. But a draw does nothing for them with just 4 games to go of the season. We have to make sure that we keep getting wins and we put the pressure on Barcelona. But for now, we have to deal with a Madrid derby against Atletico, who we picked up 2 wins against so far this season, beating them in the Copa del Rey final just a couple episodes ago, which was literally just, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago when you look at the actual in-game schedule. So, I mean, massive game to kick off this episode. The biggest game of the episode, potentially, to kick off the biggest episode of the season. It doesn't get much bigger than this. And Atletico Madrid started off putting a little bit of pressure on us. Obviously, this time, they're playing us at home for the first time this season. And it makes a massive difference, especially in a game like this, as they crash a head off of the crossbar. And unfortunately for them, Griezmann is offside when the ball rolls back to him. But it was our turn to try and create something, and the pass just wasn't crisp enough. But the same could be said for Atletico Madrid, as it's broken in the end for Rodrigo, as Benzema's played it for him. Rodrigo has a couple options. He pulls it back, and a brilliant bit of defending takes it off of Valverde's toes, and in the end it fell to Casemiro, and he just absolutely sliced his finish. Should be doing better than that, as he had a lot of space by himself on the edge of the box right there. But it's João Felix's turn, as he gets an opportunity to shoot from outside the box and forces a brilliant save out of Thibaut Courtois. We've seen it work. We go route 1 looking for Benzema. Atletico Madrid know how to defend. They dealt with that a lot easier. But Benzema in the end finds Luka Modric, and his shot almost slipped through the hands of Jan Oblak a little bit. I mean, you expect to see a little bit better from a keeper, the standards of Jan Oblak. Speaking of Jan Oblak versus Thibaut Courtois again. Best 2 keepers in the world facing off head to head. And we'll see who's going to come out on top in this one. We got ourselves a corner. Luka Modric puts it into the box towards Karim Benzema. Is headed down in the end. And Benzema was on the end of it again. And Jan Oblak made himself big. He made himself big, and he got in the way of that one. It looks like that was just about sneaking in from the Frenchman. We're into the second half now as Atletico Madrid come forward, putting a little bit of pressure on the defense. The ball is snuck past Marcelo and is put into the box onto the head of João Felix, and a save is made by Thibaut Courtois either side of the keeper, and maybe that one finds its way into the back of the net. But I mean, João Felix, that is not exactly his strength, right? I mean, winning the header, I mean, it was a good header from what you'd expect from him, but the resulting corner was put in. It's gone straight to the near post. Hasn't even beat the first man. And that has led to a counter-attack that Atletico Madrid have to defend against. And Pedro Neto is just flying through the Atletico Madrid defense. He finds Luka Modric, who is denied by Jan Oblak. And I'm watching that there. And he definitely could have squared that to his right-hand side to a man wide open, but we didn't let that deter us. We're coming forward again. Luka Modric bringing the ball forward, forcing a brilliant save out of Jan Oblak. We got our tails up. We're looking for a win that could put us forward towards the La Liga Championship. And we force yet another save out of Jan Oblak. We have challenged him time and time again in this game, and he has stepped up to the plate. What a way that would have been to win that game right there. I would have lost my mind scoring a beautiful curler like that on manual settings in a game so big. It would have been absolutely crazy. But we've just hit the 92nd minute, And the game ends 0-0 for a game with as many chances as there was, for a game that mattered so much. I guess neither side wanted to lose it. I mean, I was saying earlier in the video that a draw does nothing for Atletico, really. So maybe you would have expected them to push forward a little bit more. But in our case, a draw away from home to Atletico is not the end of the world. It does send us 3 points behind Barcelona. So, I mean, maybe that could come back to bite us. But because the thing is as well, we know that in La Liga, it doesn't go down to goal difference. In La Liga, it goes down to head-to-head. And obviously, we are 1 draw and 1 loss against Barcelona in the league this season. So if it goes down to head-to-head, Barcelona will lift the La Liga trophy. So we have to make sure, again, that being level on points is not good enough at the end of the season. So in reality, we are 4 points off. So whilst I say the draw is not the end of the world, you know, it really is something that makes us have to, at this point, we really have to rely on Barcelona to make mistakes for us to win the championship. But we don't give up yet. We still hold hope. We go out there and we win all of our games. We put some serious pressure on Barcelona to come out and do exactly the same. We're lining up against Levante in this one. And as usual, you look at Levante's lineup. They got their stronger players out there. And there are players on the squad who can cause us a little bit of trouble. They got Skodran Mustafi and Ruben Vezo at the back. And Levante having a pretty good season this year as well. And yeah, I mean, again, their lineup is not bad. They have some good players in there. So you would expect them to be able to pull off results. But it's a game at home at the Bernabeu. You're expecting us to come out when it matters so much. You're expecting us to come out and make something happen. We got a chance earlier as we slid it to the right to Luka Modric. And Luka Modric, who has really turned up to, I don't want to say turned up, because he's been great. He's been performing all season, but really towards the second half of the season, towards the end of the season, this guy has really started taking over games, and he's really started just making his name really matter on the team sheet more than everyone else's. And again, I don't want to make it seem like he wasn't performing earlier in the season, because he's been performing all season long. But towards the crunch period, he's really stepped it up and really taken control of every game that he's been a part of, really, as he gets his 3rd goal of the season. And 27 minutes in, we had to make sure that we stayed strong defensively, because again, we don't want to find ourselves in one of them Espanyol situations where we make one sloppy mistake and all of a sudden a win turns to a draw and our title hopes are over. So we wanted to keep that going, and Courtois makes himself a brilliant save, and not only the save, but is able to hold onto the ball in that situation. Well done by the Belgian goalkeeper. But found ourselves with a free kick here, which Luka Modric snuck over the wall. I think everybody was expecting Karim Benzema to step up and take that one, but Luka Modric almost catching the keeper off guard. And it's getting a little bit dicey in this one, as 60 minutes in, getting later into the game, and still only a 1-goal advantage. We really need that second goal for some breathing space. And Pedro Neto dispossessed, but the ball finds its way back to Casemiro, always in the right space as Toni Kroos tries to bend it into that far post, and you could just see the stress on the face of RainKeroseneyt right there. As again, you could feel the tension, because we know that for as much pressure as we're putting on Levante for that second goal, one counter attack is all it really takes for them to come back on us and take away all 3 points. But it wasn't meant to be that way, as we walked away 1-0 victors. And games like this, honestly, games like this feel so good to win, because it's just it's so tight, it's so challenging, it's so difficult, that when you come away with a nice 1-0 victory and you get to like the 75th minute and it's like, all right, it's time to manage the game, and it gets tense, and you know you earned that 1-0 victory, you know that was earned. So honestly, them 1-0, 2-1 victories feel better than even the 5-0 5-0 fractions, because the 5-0 ones, you know, all right, I came out, they made it a little bit easy for me, I took my chances, done. But games like that where you win 1-0, it's like, damn, I earned that. I grinded every minute, every pass, I was in there, I earned that win. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, for as good as it feels, it's still only worth 3 points, which, I mean, I take 4, give me 4, you know. If you want to help me close that distance, give me 4 points, I'll be satisfied with that. But moving on, I mean, to what is on paper definitely an easier opponent than Levante. However, it's games like this where you usually come up against them teams that will sit back and defend. I mean, I say that, but Cadiz have given us, when we played Cadiz in this save, they've given us a fight, and you can see right here they came out early and tried to put a little bit of pressure on us. And honestly, that's I'm not surprised, because like I said, in the time that I've played them before, they came out. They caused me a little bit of, I don't want to say trouble, but they came out and they gave us a game. But today, the motivation was different. We know exactly what we got to do from now to the end of the season. We got to pick up wins. And the ball is sprayed out very nicely right there to Lucas Vasquez, who plays it across inside to Luka Jovic. And he forces a save out of the goalkeeper, which unfortunately goes out for a corner kick. 5 minutes to go of the first half, and we're pressing, trying to make a difference before the end of the first half. And Camavinga, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That the first time I score a banger on manual was going to feel different. And that one was just a little bit wide. Camavinga looking for his first goal as a Real Madrid player still, and it would have been a beautiful way to get in. There goes Camavinga. Beautiful back heel. Finding Rodrigo right on the stroke of half-time. Gets us the lead, and that is a massive goal because it just changes everything. Cadiz have to come out with a different mentality in this second half, and we know that we can come out. Obviously, we're going to look for that second goal to kill the game off, but we have that pressure taken off of our shoulders just a little bit, because even as things stand, we have 3 points. We're keeping up the pressure. Whereas if we went into half-time at 0-0 and we're thinking we have to change something, that's not how you want it to be in a situation like that, because that just creates even more pressure. But Cadiz came forward again in the second half. They really didn't give up, and Thibaut Courtois was there to make a fantastic save from Anthony Lozano right there. Obviously, their main danger man, I would say, at least. Obviously, they got Alex as well. But 65 minutes in the game, and we are still looking to kill it off. Rodrigo, the man who scored the goal, playing it into Benzema, who looks up and realizes he has a man to his left. And Vinicius Jr., I'm sorry, I said Benzema. That was Luka Jovic, who found Vinicius Jr. to get the second goal of the game, and we are really putting that pressure on Barcelona to win the La Liga title. It's brilliant football, well played. Everything was just, I mean, not no expansive or tiki-taka ball, but everything was nice and crisp. Everything was executed. The runs were nice. The balls were clean, and we put it on a plate for Vinicius. And now you could sense that we could relax a little bit more, because we continue to put the pressure on them. We continue to create chances. It falls to Luka Jovic, who spins on the ball so nicely and was unable to find the back of the net. But it would have been a lovely goal from the Serbian, who, I mean, can't thank enough for picking up his form from January. He's been brilliant since the second half of the season began. But unable to find a goal in today's game, but it doesn't really matter because we have the lead anyway. And a beautiful ball was played in from Vasquez, right on a plate for Luka Jovic, giving him the chance to score that goal. But it didn't matter at the end of the day, because we took all 3 points. Massive 3 points, the penultimate game of the season. And we took another 3 points, 3 wins from 3 games in today's episode. The all-important goal from Rodrigo. And we'll take a look at the table before heading into the final game of the season. And Barcelona actually dropped points. We go into the final game of the season level with Barcelona. Just look at how tight it is between the 3 even. Sevilla just 3 points behind us. 1 goal separating us and Barcelona in the table. It's so tight. And we go into the final game of the season against Real Betis, knowing that it's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. We need Barcelona to drop points. Even a draw. If we get our win, we need Barcelona to drop points in some way for us to leave as La Liga champions. It all comes down to this. We just have to come out and handle our business and hope that Barcelona are going to drop some points on the final game of the season. And this is how we lined up. We came out here. We played as strong a side as I could think for the game in hand. We came up against Real Betis. They have a strong side. We know how good Betis are. They're sitting in, I think, 7th place in the league. So they've got danger men. Nabil Fekir is actually the top scorer in the league. at this point. So we know where their threats are coming from, but we also know what we have to do. And in this game, Betis were a little bit open as Toni Kroos slid it in. It took a little deflection, and 10 minutes in, we got to business. We came out, we knew what we needed to do. We needed to come out and we needed to take 3 points, and we got straight to business in doing that. They left a whole bunch of space in the middle of the park, as you can see, for Toni Kroos to run into. He tries to slide it into Vinicius, and the deflection from Hector Bellerin actually just made it a little bit easier. It helped it find its way to Vinicius, and on his left foot, Vinny Jr. slams us into the back of the net. The keeper got a touch on it, but it just, again, Vinny just put a little bit too much power on it, and the man who has been one of our star players all season long, who really kicked us into gear at the beginning of the season, has stepped up to get us into the lead in potentially the most important game of our season. And Toni Kroos, with a brilliant turn and a thunderbolt of a finish just 5 minutes later, makes us 2 goals to the good. And that one right there in the last game of the season to step up with a goal of the season. You're going to see that in the goal of the season video. You're definitely going to see this one, to step up on the final day of the season and put in a goal of the year contender like that. He's absolutely thunderbolted that one past the keeper. I mean, it wasn't the most accurate, it wasn't as far in the corner as it could go, but hey, the power kept it away from the keeper. So 20 minutes into the game, we could relax a little bit. We felt comfortable that we were going to get our victory, but Real Betis had something to say about that one, as Bruno Iglesias fires them. I mean, not back into the game. Yeah, they are back into the game. They're not level yet. I mean, I feel like EA they should do something about, like, the celebrations in situations like this. Like, you're losing still, bro. Why are you sliding on your knees and shit? Like, go get the ball. I feel like every time in a situation like this, they should be going to get the ball. Come on, man. You ain't gonna be sliding around celebrating even though you're losing. I mean, I guess it is the final game of the season. Maybe you don't have nothing to play for, so I don't know. But we were pegged back 2-1. Luckily and importantly, it's not a massive deal, but what is a big deal is Toni Kroos did pick up a knock in this game, and I mean, you can see he does look in a massive deal of discomfort and pain, and he did have to come off. He was forced off. Federico Valverde did come on in this game, and it wasn't looking good for Toni Kroos. And obviously we have the Champions League final coming up in just a week's time, so I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see what the news is for Toni Kroos. But as I was saying, it's not a massive deal that we conceded a goal, but all over the place right there, and that could have been a massive deal, because as I'm saying, 3 points is all we need. The goal difference doesn't matter. The head-to-head is what it's coming down to, and we're already losing that. So I mean, 2-1, 3-2, 4-5, 3-1, 5-2, doesn't matter. As long as we get these 3 points, that's all that matters. But Betis were really trying to make a change on that one. It's like they got a problem with us. It's like they wanted Barcelona to win. But unfortunately, despite us picking up the 3 points, you see right there, Barcelona beat Villarreal on the final day 2-1. Barcelona were the champions of the La Liga season. As you can see, it was so close. It was so close right there. All we needed was Barcelona to drop some points, but unfortunately they could not do that for us. Barcelona, I mean, fair play to them from when they beat us, I guess the whole second half of the season, but especially when they beat us in that live game at I think it was at the Bernabeu. They beat us. It was from then on they were so consistent. They were so hard to catch, and it wasn't until the final games of the season where we actually caught them. But it wasn't enough. The end of the season, we finished second place. Considering how well we started the campaign, we were unbeaten for, I think, the first 15 games or so. It is a little bit disappointing to end the season without the trophy. But, again, it's only season one. It's only season one. We're gonna win some throughout this save. We're gonna lose some. We're not gonna just blitz every campaign. We're gonna get some wins. We have an opportunity. Obviously, we've won the Copa del Rey. We're gonna have to turn our attention to the big one, Champions League final. Hey, listen, I'm coming with a vengeance. You know I'm coming with a vengeance. We've lost to Barcelona 3 times now. 2 times in the league and a 3rd time in the league as they've taken it from us. I'm coming with a vengeance, bro. I don't even know if I'll be able to continue this series if I lose to Barcelona in the Champions League final after they've just taken the league from us. I don't know if I'll be, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to go out big next season. I'm gonna have to come hard next season. We're gonna have to come really hard next season, and you know what that means? That means a little Frenchman. Let me not get carried away. But no, I can't take it. I'm gonna have to come hard. We're gonna have to really be prepared for this final. Massive one. Make sure you do not miss it. Champions League final. Real Madrid, Barcelona. It is going to be huge. And I'm gonna have to come hard because I've played Barcelona a lot of times already this season, and they have been, they've been a problem. They've been a problem. They have been tough. You can't get close to them sometimes, and I'm gonna have to be really clinical in that game because, like I said, I'm not trying to get beat again, bro. I'm not. And we need to win something, bro. I mean, the Copa del Rey is nice, but missing out on the La Liga title, we can't let Barcelona do the double like this. We can't. Especially in this season when we looked at their team and, well, I didn't even expect them to be up here this season. Their team is trash. It's not complete trash. They still got talent. But look, make sure you don't miss the Champions League final. I'm probably gonna upload it on Saturday. We'll see. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna upload it on Saturday though. Saturday night. Squad report on Sunday. We'll see how it goes. But make sure you keep your eyes open for it. Check it out. The end of season 1. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. See you guys in the Champions League final. Peace.